I do not support or am I not against gun control? A well-regulated military being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Someone like myself who works at the sheriff department, I write reports on a regular basis in reference to people being robbed, people being attacked in their homes, and the intruders with their guns. In the United States of America, I live in the state of Florida, and Governor Bush passed a law stating that if anyone breaks into your home, you have a right to shoot them on contact, and you will not go to jail for murder. So, anybody who's trying to break into somebody's home in the state of Florida, better look out. After the killing in Aurora, Colorado, the United States as a whole began to panic. And because of that, tighter restrictions on certain gun laws were passed. For example, according to finance.com, putting limited issuance on concealed permits to those who are 21 years of age or older is the law that they're going to pass. I do not stand by or agree with the idea of tighter restrictions on gun control laws. I will provide statistical information on gun use, multiple case studies, and stories involving gun protection and belief examples. According to AmericanFirearms.org, there are 250 to 280 million firearms in the United States, and 40 to 50% of U.S. homes own a firearm. That is roughly 120 to 150 million people who own guns in America. JustFacts.com's survey data from the U.S. Department of Justice, roughly 5,340,000 violent crimes were committed in the United States during the year of 2008. They included simple assault, robbery, sexual assault, rape, and murder. Of these, 8% were committed by offenders visibly armed with a gun. PulpLess.com held a nationwide survey, and the results states amongst 15.7% believe that someone almost certainly had a gun not been used for protection. Another survey, 4.2%, believes someone probably would have been killed if a gun had not been used in a defense. Point number 2. Having tighter gun control laws, as people believe, would not lower the crime rate. Gunowners.org, 74% of felons polled agreed that one reason burglars avoid occupied homes feared being shot during the crimes. 57% felons polled agreed that criminals are more worried about meeting the armed victims than they are running into the police. Making it harder for innocent civilians to obtain a gun will not do anything for the crime rate. The HeraldDispatch.com states Bradley campaign regarding regulations of guns and the response by the National Rifle Association, believers, dealers, and law enforcement should maintain records of gun sales, which would help trace the criminals and trace back where they got the guns from. And it's even said that the people that sell the guns cannot falsify the records. And in the event, they can even find out if someone is trafficking guns, and they can pinpoint the place where they got the guns from. The HeraldDispatch.com also states theft victims already report lost and stolen firearms. More legislation would further victimize the person. They also believe such a requirement would set an artificial time limit which could be missed if the owner did not immediately realize that the gun was lost. They also contend it already is illegal for a gun dealer to falsify records again. This is just one of the many examples we can make a gun ownership easier to the civilian without making it seem as if it were punishing them for the crimes of unstable people. Despite the negative undertone of guns, not everyone uses guns for protection. According to JustFacts.com, 67% own firearms to protect themselves, 66% for target practice, and 41% for hunting. I do not stand by or agree with the idea of tighter restrictions on gun control laws. I have provided statistical information, multiple case studies, stories involving guns, protection, and belief to back my views. Altogether, having more restricted gun laws and restricted safety will help us to maintain a gun and keep it under safety, and it will help even control the gun laws and the trafficking in our today's society. And thank you for listening.